coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Hey man, shout out everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. Definitely appreciate the support. Hey, y'all chill. You know them things come a little crisper, man. We represent Ali, you did. Float and sting. Big love, man, to everybody who support the platform. Everybody who rocking with me with this movement, man. We getting back in the swing of things, man. We're gonna try to keep these videos coming. Stay tuned for Purity listeners. I will be cooking and telling stories over there as well. Also, stay tuned for Banky and Jay's boxing podcast. We're gonna be talking strictly boxing. Boxing is booming right now. We're gonna be in the loop talking about a lot of things. Stay tuned for more collaborations with APS and Joe. And more interviews, man. We just gonna keep it coming. Keep it coming. TBP Nation, we out here. Stand up. Salute. Let's go. Let's go. Listen. Penitentiary is a lot of things, man. A lot of crazy stuff happening there, man. It just does, you know. It's just the, you know, like I always say, it's the nature of the environment. So I can remember this incident right here, which is a classic example to let people know you ain't never safe in the penitentiary. You ain't never, ever safe in the penitentiary. That's one thing you are not going to be, because things happen at the most inopportune time. Things happen off the spare of the moment. Things happen just off a whim. You know, you could be in complete silence and, you know, seemingly everything is all right, and then chaos could just break out at any time. And normally, you know, sometimes it is like in the regular world, you know, you can expect it because something been going on prior to. But then sometimes people just snap out, man. They just lose their mind, and then you don't ever know what might happen. So that's why you always got to be on point. So that's why also you never safe. If you outside your cell, you never safe, because anything can happen in the block, outside, on the boulevard, in the kitchen, in the gym, on the rec yard, everywhere. Anything can happen. But you ain't safe in your cell, because your cell, it could be one of these guys that'll snap out, or, you know, so you just never safe. You know, you never in a comfort zone. Um, and with this incident, man, when you got dudes that know how to think, they plan, they plot, they strategize. If they trying to do something to you, they watch your movements, they watch how you carry it. You know, they know things. These are strategists in prison, you know, and this sets them up for the best way of success and not to get hurt. A classic example of that is this situation that I was thinking about, man. Is this dude, man? His name's, we call him Smoke. Let's just call him Smoke. Smoke. I had mentioned him before in a couple of videos, right? And I can remember when I first got locked up, way back in the day, man, when I was on Augusta, and I was meeting Smoke. I was young. Smoke was younger than me, and you know, for more or less, man, Smoke was scary, man. He was kind of scary. He had some size to him and everything, and he was fascinated with, you know, the way prison was in the gangsters, but, you know, all of the stuff that was going on, all of the violence back then, you know, it'll shake you up. It'll shake the average dude up. You know, and I can remember I used to be around him and another dude, and he was always like nervous when something like that broke out, even though he wasn't involved in it. And the same with me, you have to look and understand when you see these type of things happening in prison. In your mind, you think, oh, well, what if I'm in this situation, or could this happen to me? It'll make you think. And I just could remember being around, so I knew what his inner thoughts was, because he used to always say, man, he used to be nervous purpose, you know. Then I run into him some years later after, you know, this initial time I spent with him on Augusta when he just coming in. I run into him years later, and he big, bad, and bold, you know. You know, he done had a couple of incidents, and, you know, he done pushed that Bethlehem a time or two, and now he feeling himself. He on full blown gangster prison life. Like he gonna push the blade, he gonna be a bully. He done got a little size on him. You know, now he trying to be the one that's being the aggressor all the time. You know, this is the life that he choose to live in prison. Now, he had a rack of time, so I guess he said, this is how I'm gonna do it. You know, and he was doing it. You know what I'm saying? He was doing it. I ain't gonna lie to you. he the same dude that I told you that back in the hole when him and Vietnamese Tony had the thing going back and forth and they had a little knife fight out there. Same dude, you know. But I can remember this situation right here. I don't know if I spoke on it before, but I can remember being on this institution and he was putting his little bully down, trying to, you know, be what he do. And he talked that talk, man. He talked greasy to a dude. He'll shake a dude up because a dude in the penitentiary, once they know you'll push that Bethlehem and you got a little size, you know, dudes will be a little leery of you. That's just fact. They gonna be a little leery of you, and Smoke took cold advantage of that because he'll talk to dudes real greasy. He liked the idea of being a feared dude. He liked the idea of being a tough guy. He liked it, you know, but it's a lot to come with it. So, to my understanding, he in the kitchen one day and he pressing the dude about a little piece of money that the dude owed. But he talking to the dude so greasy and so nasty, putting pressure on him, trying to embarrass him, trying to show out. That's his thing. And dude cousin pull up. And I'm like, man, what's up? And he, you know, pop off at him like, man, you ain't got nothing to do with this. What you mean, what's up? Now, Youngin was a big, tall, scrapping Youngin too. So when Smoke said it, he take off on him. Bang, bang, bang. Knock him out. Knock them out, straight flatten them right there in the kitchen. Police see the joint, break the guns out because they got the guns up here. They break the guns out. Oh, everybody get on the ground, get on the ground. Woo, woo, woo. Everybody get on the ground, dude, get on the ground, man. They come in, Smoke coming too or whatever, you know, but the people run in, rush up, both of them get locked up. So now he got a hit to his reputation because he done been knocked out. You the tough guy. You push the knife. You do this, you do that. You know what I'm saying? But dude done straight knock you out. So, you know, that's a hard thing to get over in prison. Now, the rules is if something like that happened in prison and if they should choose to leave y'all in the same proximity, you have no choice but to take revenge. You have no choice. If you don't take revenge, then your reputation is gone. It don't care how many times you done did this, what you done did, who you done hurt, what it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to eliminate all of that like it ain't never happened. Because you let this happen and you ain't do nothing about it and you was able or capable of doing something about it because the dude was still here, right? That's just how it go in the penitentiary. And I'm telling you, that's real talk. So it forces you, if you build a reputation, you forced to keep your reputation. If you build a reputation in the penitentiary, you are forced to keep that reputation because the moment that you start slipping and you don't hold up to the reputation that you've been given or you done earned, everything is out the window. You got to start again from scratch. So people was running around talking about, yeah, man, you know, he talk all that talk, woo, 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 and then man, and knock them out and that. So he hearing these whispers too. He hearing these whispers. So they let him out of the hole, right? You know, because he ain't making no complaints. Let him out the hole. They let Youngin out the hole. So me knowing him and knowing, you know, how it's done in the penitentiary. Now the other dude, the dude that knocked him out, he just a big young. He just big, strong, cut up, and he taking up for his cousin. You know what I'm saying? His people, he taking up for him. That's all he did. He stepped in and woo, and that's what happened. He not really understanding the penitentiary language. He not really understanding the penitentiary rules. Like I told you, penitentiary rules is always in effect if you in the penitentiary. You understand? They ain't gonna change. So he ain't understanding that. He like, boom, he got it, you know what I'm saying? I did what I had to do. He, you know what I'm saying? He pressing my people's out, you know what I'm saying? Wop, wop, wop. That's it. He thinking it's over. So me knowing, I'm like, man, when I heard they let both of them out the hole, I'm like, man, this ain't gonna turn out good. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know, I know Smoke gonna make a move. I know he is because I know his ego. And he driven by his ego, like a lot of dudes. He driven by his ego. So man, it won't even, I don't think it was like a week or something later. He know, like I say, plan, plot, strategize. He know dude get visits or whatever. So dude go in a visit one weekend. I don't know how he get to know that the dude over there or whatever. I have no clue of that. You know what I'm saying? But I do know he planned and plotted on dude. Now how you can time this, I don't know neither because don't nobody know when you coming out that visit room. And on this institution, you can't be roaming up and down the boulevard and you know out there just wait. You can't do that because they gonna clap you. You know you gotta have a pass. What you doing out here? Woo woo woo. But then again, though, Smoke had a little He had a little rhythm on the camp. He could move around. He kiki and ha ha with them police sometimes too. So he could, move around, maneuver. He's slick and he a good talker. He got the gift of gab. So evidently he knew dude was in the visiting room. He plied it and wait for dude to come out of the visiting room. Why? Because you go to that visiting room, one thing for certain, two things for sure. You ain't taking that Bethlehem over there. You ain't taking no weapon over there. You cannot. Because when you go over there, you can be strip searched. You know what I'm saying? So dudes know that if you in that visiting room, then you naked. You ain't got no knife on you. You ain't got no weapons on you. You ain't got nothing on you. It's just you. They know that. So if a dude really is a strategist and he planning to get you, that will be a good time if he don't want no pushback. If he gonna use that Bethlehem, he don't want you to have one. He know you ain't gonna have one in that visiting room. You ain't gonna have anyone coming from that visiting room. You're not gonna have one going to that visiting room because you're not gonna be able to get away with it like that. That's when I told y'all, like when I was in the wall, that's a vulnerable time for you. And I learned that way back then, even in the wall. I told you I used to take that Bethlehem with me to the visiting room and hide it outside in the flower bed right before I went down the stairs to go into the visiting room. And when I come back, I look around and go out there and get it. Back in the wall, and they ain't got no cameras or nothing. If you don't see nobody, don't nobody see you, right? But I wasn't walking across that yard without that. Because that's where you was getting ambushed. You was getting ambushed coming in the building. You getting ambushed, on your way out the building. So I used to always take it with me. So with that being said, like I say, that was years prior to this. So Smoke noticed, So he waited for him. He plotted for him. I don't know how. Like I say, he stayed on the boulevard. Dude come out of the visiting room. As soon as he come out of that visiting room, in that corner, boom, Smoke pop out. Start hitting him with the Bethlehem. Dude, like I say, he young, he big, he a scrapper. He unaware of that. But to my understanding, he stood up and he, even after he got hit a couple times, he started squaring off with him. Like he didn't run, he didn't try to get away, he didn't, holler, scream, whatever, but he knew he was hurt. And he could see now when he square up, he could see he got the jump. So he square up with him and trying to fight him and keep him up off of him. By the end, the police see it, they done made their alarm, woo, woo, woo. Like I say, they on the joint, they'll shoot you. You know what I'm saying? Especially you got that joint in your hand, they will shoot you. They love to shoot you. So he squared up on him and even came to him and swung a couple of times. That's what put a little hit on his reputation too, because even though he hit him, they said Smoke was bagging up, trying to keep him up off of him, and dude ain't had no joint on. See, Youngin had more heart than he deserved. You know what I'm saying? He had more heart than he deserved because he could have died. You know what I'm saying? Had he been messing with the right dude, he could have died. You know what I'm saying? Smoke would probably, more or less, going by, man, to knock me out. I know he got the power to knock me out. I ain't gonna run into him. I done already did what I had to do. I done put some holes in you. They gonna start taking effect in a minute. Right now, you just running off adrenaline. But in a minute, them holes gonna start taking effect and you gonna start getting weak and you gonna need to be trying to get the medical. Especially in the penitentiary because they get you there too late and you mess around and lose your life. So he was bagging up, and then the police come, like I said, they get him, they disarm him, they lock both of them up, take dude to medical, whatever. I heard they had to, get him to the hospital for sure, And Smoke took that case, but he knew he was gonna get that case, but he took that case knowing that he gonna get his reputation back. Like, you're not gonna do nothing to me. You're not gonna just knock me out, and you're gonna be walking around this compound. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, those are penitentiary rules. If he don't do that, his reputation is gone. So it don't matter that he got to get in trouble. That's the lumps you got to take. Don't matter, you might get some more time. You might be in the penitentiary long. Those are the lumps you got to take when you don't put yourself in a position to be in that type of altercation. And then the people done put both of y'all back out here on the yard. You can't stay on the yard, man, when you done did something to somebody. You don't supposed to. And that person is there. You don't supposed to be able to stay out there, bro. That's just how it is, you know. And yeah, man. So that situation happened, man. But I'm sure Youngin, I don't know how much time he got or whatever, but I know that was a real life lesson for him in the penitentiary. To my understanding, he didn't even have a whole lot of time, but that's a real life lesson because he going home with some holes in him that he ain't come in the penitentiary with in him. You did, and it could have been worse. Like I said, he had heart and he trying to fight. Even he was trying to fight, he stuck up for his cousin. He even trying to fight when dude got a knife in his hand. So he had a big heart. He was a big heart young, you know. But at the same time, when you dealing with these dudes in the penitentiary and you dealing with that Bethlehem, man, you got to really, really understand, man, that thing will stop your heart, you know. And he got lucky, you know, but he got the war wounds to show for. And Smoke got some more time, but he won't tripping off of that because he knew he had to keep his reputation up because he knew he had more time to do anyway. You did? But that's the difference between knowing what's going on in the penitentiary and knowing your surroundings and not knowing your surroundings. See, he wanted well. He wanted well. He should have been on point at all times. Okay, you might ask me, what could he have done? You say you can't have no weapon over there. Still, you got to be on point. You got to be on point. You got to be prepared. You got to make contingency plans. You got to do something. You know what I'm saying? If you know you at war, you might be at war. You could have, same way Smoke was out there, you could have had somebody lurking on the boulevard to let you know. You could have had somebody lurking on the boulevard that had a jump for you. So as soon as you come out there, you could put your hands on it because you know you got to get all the way back to your building. You know what I'm saying? These is like war zones, man, in the penitentiary, especially when you at war. When you beefing with somebody, you in a war zone. You got to do whatever you got to do. You got to make plans to be protected at all times, man. Because dudes will pop out on you, man, when you least expect it, you know. And I don't think he had a clue that Smoke was going to do that to him. I'm sure people might have whispered to him, hey, man, you know you're not doing it out, man. You got to watch dude done stab people before. He probably took it with a grain of salt. You know, he probably took it with a grain of salt. He probably felt like, man, I done knocked that joke out already. He don't want to mess with me. No, that's what happened on the street, not in the penitentiary. You knock a joke out on the street, he might leave you alone, but I don't know. Now, this 2024, dude might shoot you. But, you know, back when I was growing up, the dude probably ain't want to see you no more because he know he can't mess with you. But in the penitentiary, man, you cannot let nothing slide. You can't let nobody get away with nothing. Because when they get away with something, they got away with more than what you think. They got away with your reputation, too. And that, in the long run, is going to bring you more problems than the problem that you just had. So you got to handle it. You know, you got to handle it, man. And Smoke did what he had to do. And he ended up, you know, like I say, getting shipped. Probably went all up in the mountains and all this and all that. Probably was in the hole for an undetermined amount of time. All of that go with it. Lose-lose. It's always going to be a lose-lose in the penitentiary. It's always going to be a lose-lose. So, you know, it was what it was, man. But, yeah, these type of things happen in the penitentiary, man. You is never safe in the penitentiary. Revenge can come at any time, at any place. You know what I'm saying? Anytime, at any place. And dudes will get to the point where they think, well, I'm here, or there ain't nothing going to happen over here, or I'm going in the administration building, ain't nobody going to run up in there, or, oh, I'm out here on the boulevard talking to the major, or I'm talking to the warden, or I'm talking to the lieutenant, ain't nobody going to do nothing to me. Man, I done seen all that. I done seen all of that. You know, dudes gonna get you, they gonna get you. Because they already know, you know, time coming with it anyway. You can't get no more time. You can't get no extra time because I hit you because you was talking to the warden and I ran up on you and hit you with the joint. You can't get no more time. You can't get no more time if I run up in the visiting room and hit you. You can't get no more time if I run up in the administration building and hit you, up in commissary and hit you. You can't get no, you won't get the same thing anyway. And once you're dealing with a dude that understand that, he gonna get you when he can get you. You know what I'm saying? All that, you got a safe zone in prison. There is no safe zones in prison. There's no safe zones in prison. They're going to get you when they get you, dog. Ain't no safe zone. So it is what it is, man. If you at war, you got to be on point at all times, man. Penitentiary is a war zone, and you need to understand that. And the only way you can avoid that is stay out of the war zone. Stay out of prison. It is what it is, man. Y'all talk to me in the comments. I talk back, man. Big love, TBP Nation, man. Stay locked in, man. We coming, and we coming, and we coming, and we coming. You dig? Y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man. Duck them hooks. Stay out the war zone, man. There ain't nothing nice up in there, man. Peace.
There. The banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man.
My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.